Yo, what's up, everybody? Hey, this Perry Sanders with Drea and your man Gio in the house. And
Hey,
we're here to talk about this crazy family, family Chantel. Now, it's actually been 2 episodes that came out already. And so far, it seems sort of like it really might be a good show. But if you ask me, it's a lot going on in one household.
yeah.
Part of me starting to wonder if some of it a little stage. I don't know yet. But anyway, they actually start the first episode off by pretty much Chantel older brother, Rural, coming home. I think he's like 32, 33, coming home from Texas. But he's coming home with a wife from the Philippines that he actually acquired through a K-1 visa. Did that sound familiar? When Pedro came over and they got all the hate. So Chantel, at this point, Chantel and Pedro is sort of feeling a certain kind of way right now. He comes home, his family, you know how Karen is, the mother, and how crazy she is. But no, she's accepting of Royal. And Anjanette is his wife. Really accepting, where it makes Pedro feel like unwanted. You know what I mean? It's sort of weird how they go about it. So
Like double standards.
exactly. So he comes home and everything, and he's gonna have this birthday party at the house. They're having him a birthday party for Royal. So Chantel and Pedro, she picks him up from work or whatever. They go and get him a birthday gift. They argue about how much to pay because she wanted to buy a guitar for like $300 or whatever, and he was like, "Oh no, I don't know about all that." But she was saying, "How much do you send your family?" So they get out the store, go to the birthday party. When they walk in, you know, everybody's sitting there mingling a little bit, but Pedro started asking questions like, "Hey, Rural, where did you meet her at? How long have you known her?" Stuff like that. He was like, "Well, I ain't got time to answer all those questions," which is sort of odd. The guy's just asking questions, in my opinion. But apparently he take offense to it. They go through the whole party and everybody go home and whatnot. But Chantel now is really feeling a certain kind of way. So she was like, "Well, hey, maybe Winter, her sister, and Jeanette can go out for a girls' night out." They actually go and pick her up. Anjanette comes to Chantel's house, and they sitting there having a couple drinks or whatnot, and then they go out to the club and meet one of her friends. So they end up sitting there drinking, and Anjanette is like being quiet, acting like, "Hey, you know what? This is too loud for me." Feeling out of place. And they were just wondering what was going on with her because she was so quiet. But then she had a couple of drinks, and then she started to dance a little bit. And they was like, "Hey," then she was starting to get loose. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, "Hey, this ain't her first rodeo." Right. So all of these things starting to click in. But on their way to the club, Rural had called his wife Anjanette and wanted her to come home. So for some reason, he doesn't want her around other people or either around other men. Something's going on here. So they go through this whole thing, and now everybody's feeling a certain kind of way, like, what's going on with this relationship? Some more questions need to be asked, right? So Chantel knows basically just fishing around trying to find out things. Dre, am I missing anything?
Yes, Chantel, but Chantel did mention the fact that he had told her previously that she had been talking to other guys in the U.S. online on Facebook. Because that's where they actually met on Facebook. She had sent him a friend request, and that's why Pedro was like, "Okay, well, she was targeting an American," and like pretty much what they were saying about him.
Right.
But, so that's where the issue comes in, as far as Chantel feeling like, well, why does he get a pass and she didn't?
Right. You remember, and I'm gonna go back to that birthday party. Remember when Chantel and Pedro was talking to Karen and Thomas, the father and stuff. They were sitting there talking to them, and they asked, "Well, why is this so different than me and Pedro relationship?"
Exactly.
And then Karen, and we know what kind of B she can be. She was like, "Oh, they was transparent with their relationship. It wasn't like yours. It wasn't hitting. But what's the difference, really? If Rural Lady found him online, then he go over there. I think seen her twice. Maybe he said twice, once or twice.
Yeah, he proposed on it. They talked for a year, I think he said, and he proposed on the first date. The first time he went over.
But doesn't he seem very controlling? Like,
okay,
he seems very, very controlling. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Did y'all catch the fact that she's 10 years younger?
That she what?
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's like 22
10 years younger.
Yeah.
So technically, not only is he concerned about it, he's almost, to me, it's almost like he's trying to be a father figure to her, you know, because he's older.
Why would you date somebody that young though? Like it's weird to me. Like these men, like it's like what Big Ed did with Rose. You know, like same thing. Right, what he told right. But then, you know, boy, talking about some that they trying to do the same thing how they got on the show. And to be honest with you, I don't think that is with her. I think that she's like being held captive by him. Like honestly, like it's real.
Anjanette.
Anjanette. Yeah, I mean, but Anjanette, I mean, it's like just like I guess you take Colt, Larissa, or whatever, just the 90-day theme. The guy or the woman use their American citizenship and their finances as a ploy to pick up these people from other countries, right? Yeah. So, of course, just like anybody else, Rural go over there, find a lady. Okay, yes, fine. I got all this. Let me go and get this young lady that he probably felt like he couldn't get in the United States. Bring her over here. And she was like, fine, as long as I go to the U.S., right? And then now, just like most of them, once they get these women or these guys from overseas, once they coming back to the States, now they worried about them doing anything. It's almost like the dating a stripper theory. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of fine strippers, and when you go, they look nice and fine. But when you start dating them, now when you go to work, you wondering what they doing.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's kind of different though with the strippers, because the strippers, you know what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna be at that club, either showing themselves.
Okay.
They're gonna, most of them. I know some strippers. They real. They down to earth. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll do what they do and come back home. Long as it's getting food on the table, you can't complain. That's how you met her. You know what I'm saying? But with her, he didn't meet her that way. He met her off the internet, all the way in a whole nother country, and he pulled her from. He the one went for her. She didn't necessarily go for him. It had to been some way where she was like entertaining him. And so he didn't think he was that serious. And he ended up getting her over here to the United States. And if you see the scene where she went to the club, she wasn't even dancing like slutty. You know, she wasn't doing too much.
Well, no, I mean, she started to get loose a little bit. At first she was like this. And then, you know, the beat hit her, then she started.
But she ain't do that much, Paris.
I'm telling you,
she went in there twerking. You know what I'm saying? She went.
No. She could not in front of her sister-in-laws.
I mean, she could have done. Her sister-in-law was doing it.
Well, it's a difference though. It's a difference. The sister-in-law doing it, but if you was the in-law hanging out, it's certain things you wouldn't do. But then, like, go back to this whole stripper mentality thing. Which what I'm saying is, you say he met her online. Just like she don't talk to plenty of people online. He know her MO. Just like we know a stripper gonna strip, a cheater gonna cheat.
Yeah.
Right? So if you get this online freak that's hitting up people, when he gone, she gonna do it again. And then he don't know if she talking to somebody who might be at the club.
But you really, I don't see it with her though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't see that. She don't give me that type of eerie vibe like she gonna cheat. It's him that is gonna make her do that.
Okay, right.
He's doing it. We gotta go right now. Like, whoa, have a good time. Like,
I feel you there, right? I feel you the same way. Like, I don't really like see it in her like that. But the biggest thing is he know her, he met her. Is you get to look at how he feels about it, because he know the things she was doing while she was online.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
When he was talking to her online, was she doing this?
Ain't no tell she probably was naked.
Exactly.
Right.
That's my point. Just like the stripper. right? So I'm saying I'm not calling her one because I don't know. I'm saying he got a reason to feel how he's feeling, right? And then when he happened to come and pick her up, and then on the ride home after he picked her up from the club, sort of embarrassing her really, and he was like, "Oh, you a married woman, and married women shouldn't be acting like that. A married woman should act classy." And she asked him, "Do you think Chantel classy?" He said no.
He showed did.
But also the thing of it is, I think that he knows what she does behind closed doors very well. And because the first thing he said that I can't drink too much. So he already know what that drinking is gonna do. And as you can see, when she started drinking, she started loosening up. But and then that's what Chantel said, well, this ain't her first rodeo. But also my thing is that the only club his sister go to, or do he got a tracker on her phone? Because how he know where to go?
Maybe they told him what club he was going to. I take it, but he might have a tracker, knowing he's sort of deranged a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's sort of out there.
I've been texting you, but he asked her before they even got to the club, was she ready to come home?
Oh yeah, no.
She said no. He decided for her. Was sounding very controlling. He decided for her. No, I think we need to go.
Right.
I mean, that's how you figure out your woman, though. You let her do what she's doing. If you got a sister, let her go out there and do what she's doing. You'll see if you need to be with her or not be with her. He obviously ain't trying to see that narrative. He trying to control it. Right. Nothing. We gotta go. He told his sister, "No, we gonna just go home. Come on, get in the car. We're gonna get an Uber or whatever." He drove up there actually and told her to get
drove. Yeah, he said, "He said, get your ass in here."
I was like, man, that's sad.
That's what he said.
But she was coming up. She looked like she was getting mad at him about something.
Well, yeah, I mean, probably mad because he did her like that. That's sort of embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she with her sister-in-law. What more is she possibly gonna do at that moment?
And you walk up in, she has no idea he's rolling up on her. He just rolled up on her.
And it's a bunch of women at that. It's a ladies' night out. Let the women enjoy their life. Because if it's a guy's night out, you think that she gonna just pop out of nowhere and just go see him? She ain't got no transportation to do that. She got to call an Uber or whatever. But at the end of the day, she ain't really gonna be certain. She's just gonna be happy that she got a husband and somebody she can come home to and be home with, and she can stay and wait till he get home. So he's kind of like two-sided, and it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like that at all, the way he did that girl when he was like, "Let's go. It's time for us to go." I
think eventually she's gonna confide in. I think she's gonna confide and let them know, because I can tell the way she was looking that she really isn't happy with that situation. She may be happy to be over here,
right?
But she's not happy in that situation. And like I said, the thing of it is, I don't care what type of relationship you're in. If you have to be concerned about your partner being out of your sight, then you don't need to be in that situation, in that relationship.
Well, no, you're right.
Yes,
you're right. And that's what's going to happen. As soon as that green card is available, he will be released. Trust me.
But he's had problems, I think, in other relationships. I think he's just got some problems.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he has some kind of problem. Really, if he's 32 and had to find her and then propose on the first night, I mean,
that's too soon.
It's a lot of things, but you know what, dude? I mean, let's keep it real. A girl gonna have to do a hell of a lot of shit to make me damn propose on the first night.
Okay, now, how y'all know she didn't?
No, I'm saying no. She did something, and that's probably why he worried.
Because he knows.
I see what you're saying. She did something. She did something to him. It changed him, and he proposed that first night. I couldn't do it.
And then again, if he felt like, I mean, it's almost like if he can control her, then that's he think he's winning. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh yeah, but so I'm gonna tell you, like, this family is a trip. Like, this is why I say part of it seems like these things happen in the world, but damn, do all these things happen under the same roof? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm thinking that the parents, just in the back of our mind, we can tell how they enjoyed it when Chantel was on 90 Day and they was all in the camera. They got this camera fever. Then they start being more creative. Hey, Roy, get your ass on the phone and get you one too, so we can get this spin off, huh? Huh?
Yeah.
Right. And
They
then
gonna be next.
he just glad that they paid for the ticket to the Philippines and he got his rocks off and he all happy, right? And he back.
Well,
But anyway, so the next episode, well, doing that show, it's like so much happening. Eventually, Pedro family's gonna be over here too. They working on it, right? So now his sister Nicole got some boyfriend in New York,
she out the chain,
Alessandro or something like that, right? So she don't met this guy. Now it's like everybody's just migrating to the United States so they can be on this show, right? So the next episode came on and they was just basically talking about the boyfriend, how Pedro want to go to New York and meet him, and he was gonna meet him with his sister, but something happened with the sister's visa or whatever, so she couldn't come. But him and Chantel is gonna go, and meanwhile Chantel is waiting to graduate from Think, and Pedro is so excited about being able to leave the warehouse that he work at so he can start going to school or whatnot, right? So come to find out, she passed all her classes, but she said on the final exam, she didn't score high enough that she was like 3 points under her GPA she needed for the diploma, right? So she's not graduating. She got to go another semester. She didn't really tell she talked to the parents, but Karen, the mother, had set up this thing where they was going to take this ugly sweater picture for Christmas or whatnot. So when they went there to just hang out with them, they pretty much just went there to take the picture. But then Chantel and her sister, Winter, had a couple of words because she said she no longer believed in Christmas, this and that. And basically Chantel called her a hypocrite, which it turns into Ja got you thinking that way. Her ex-boyfriend got you thinking that way. Ever since you've been with him, these holidays ain't been the same and you don't change your beliefs and whatnot. She storms out, calling her the B word and whatnot. So that's sort of where they left off. But the whole show was pretty much just about the mother talking to Chantel, saying how mad Rural is. He's really pissed at you. It's funny how they so concerned over Rural, but don't pay no attention to Winter, who's really going through some things. I think she feel like she's overweight and all this stuff. And even Chantel had said, have you considered weight loss surgery? She got mad. She said that Winter said she's not even sure if Chantel was saying that because she cared about her health, or she said it because she's tired of having a fat sister. So this stuff is crazy.
I definitely see some problems as far as Winter is. I feel like Winter feels like she's the black sheep of the family, and that may be why she went out with this other guy to try to get somebody looking for love. You know what I'm saying?
So, in all the wrong places.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you can tell that like they centered Chantel because she got her little figure,
shape. She got some shape to her, but we can see Chantel straight though. She told us straight to her face what she told her. She said, "Yeah, I did say that to you." She said, "No, I didn't say it that way, but I said it. I ain't gonna say what she said.
Right.
She said I said it this way." And Chantel, she seemed like she's so high maintenance that she's like better than Winter. And at the end of the day, that's your sister. You supposed to.
That's right. That's right.
And they always digging on something with Winter. You know what I'm saying? Like. What Chantel did last time was messed up. She need to worry about Pedro. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then Karen, at the end of the day, Karen need to worry about damn Karen because we don't know what Thomas doing either now.
Exactly.
I'm just saying. Like, but Chantel, after going through with the way she got treated by her parents and family, it was weird that she went at her sister the same way. Investigating, private investigator. It was too much.
Right.
And then now she's going. Now I can sort of see that she's a little pissed that they treating Rural spouse different than they treated her spouse, right? Now I can see that anger, but it's a way about going about it, I guess. But it's just a weird thing. And then with Pedro family, they're gonna eventually come over. That's gonna really get crazy.
They come over because they finna really be throwing hands.
Yeah, that mama.
Let that mama get in the States and realize she okay. Karen might have her hands full.
Hello.
Okay. Karen might have her hands full, but the show is starting to get good to me. Like the last episode, it wasn't that juicy. Chantel didn't graduate, all that stuff. But I can see the
The
possibilities.
stuff coming.
Oh, it's gonna come. And when it comes, we three plan on being here
But
to
you
talk.
know, both of them families don't like each other already. They left off not liking each other. Like you seen, they was fighting, and Daddy was sitting there eating chicken. You know what I'm saying? Last season, from
Right.
hey, look, these people finna go ham. Like it's finna be totally different than any other spinoff. Like these people here are already starting off with nothing but drama. They starting it out with drama. It's gonna get rockier from here. I ain't gonna lie.
It's gonna be crazy. And then even take Pedro going to meet Alexandro or something like that. Right? They're going to meet him in New York. When he sits there, it's like the show for next week. They showed the preview where he's sitting there questioning him the way he didn't like to be questioned.
Right. Right.
You see what I'm saying? So these people, on one hand, get treated a certain way, then turn around and treat somebody else the same way when they didn't like it. So it's weird, but I mean, this show is gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good.
To me, do it seem like Pedro is kind of like
slow,
like insecure a little bit? Like when it comes to Chantel, like he want all the attention from Chantel, but Chantel is too busy to give him any attention.
All I know is Pedro
you know what though?
Want to get his six pack back. Okay?
I'm not sure if he wants all the attention because he's fine playing the video games, and long as she home with him and do whatever she got to do at midnight, he fine with that. But I think he got a problem with the family. He's still with them scarred from how they treated him. So I think he's perfectly fine if they lived in their apartment, went to work and did whatever, and never went to the in-laws' house.
Yeah,
that's what I sort of think with that. You know what I'm saying? But
she don't want. Pedro really don't want to deal with them really like that. He's just dealing with them because he's really married into the family. So he's telling his wife, "Look, I'm with you. I'm dealing with your family. You need to deal with my family too."
Exactly, and nobody
that's real.
Yeah, and that's why he's so upset, because it's almost like Chantel family want all this respect, like they the kingdom, and then they want to treat his family like some hood rats.
But they can't barely even speak Spanish, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like, you see how they were trying to, like, man, that Karen tripping. They tried to speak Spanish to them. Karen was up there. Yeah. Like, was just looking at her, like, laughing, like, what? Like,
See,
don't they any Portuguese or something like that? They speak in Spanish? Like, I don't know what they speak. It's Spanish, though, to me, honestly.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Gio. Now, what y'all think about River? Now, remember, River was ready to start the fight, do all this on 90 Day when they was on that show, right? And then now, when they question him, what do you think about your brother Roll doing this? Oh, Roll's okay. I mean, he always make the right choices. I roll how he roll. Now, he about as dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stupid. And then that family is a trip, and things gonna
all
go
the way around.
And I can't wait till they go to the Philippines.
Yeah,
for the wedding. They're gonna have that wedding over there in the Philippines, and we're gonna see what happens.
They need to meet some of Pedro's other family. You know what I'm saying?
I know
his other family, the ones that want to fight too.
Okay,
that part.
Yeah. And then like it was Nicole. I guess she had like a little girls' night thing on the last show, where she was sitting there, talking about her boyfriend and stuff like this. And they was like, well, when did you start liking this kind of guy? I mean, I thought you liked him darker than that, right? So they went from there to what kind of job he has. He's a manager at a cell phone place. Oh, that's it? He don't have a degree and a corporate job, basically. And they made her feel so bad about her choice that she ended up getting mad at her cousin. You know what I'm saying? So this stuff is gonna be good. It's gonna be really good.
Let's see how they make it roll out.
So I'm gonna drop this link too. We're gonna get some people in here and see what they got to say. But this show, I definitely got potential. That's what I think. They got some potential.
This is gonna be a good one. This their first season.
They'll bring some drama.
Huh?
They'll bring some drama.
Yeah. So let me see.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be hot.
Yep. We dropped the link. They need to get their own family run away. Yep.
We know that's gonna happen.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
We seen how
We got a handful right here. She gonna explain it all. Watch
you
it.
seen her eating that
Watch
chicken.
She gonna explain it all.
Hi.
Hey, what's up now? What's up, Leslie?
I am so tired of people calling Dominican Republic a jungle. Can we just get that straight? That
I know that's right.
His mother is a lawyer. Like, they are not from some hills.
Exactly.
They're educated people, and that's why they don't like Chantel, because she's ghetto. Like,
You said the mother, Leslie, is a lawyer?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Divorce attorney. Like, she is uppity, but she has every reason to be uppity. She graduated from one of the best universities in Dominican Republic. That woman,
Right.
his sister is on track to becoming like God knows what, but I'm pretty sure she's getting like a PhD or something. They're not just anybody. Like, they're not the chick that you see at the beach, like that you can rent for 100 pesos, you know? Like, yes, there are those kinds of people, but Pedro's family is not that. I mean, you just have to look at the way Pedro speaks English.
So maybe he upgraded Chantel.
Yeah, he did. And in Dominican culture's eyes, yeah, you know what? He downgraded by dating her. And that's why her cousins, the sister's cousins, were having such a hard time with the guy who sells cell phones. Like, what are you doing?
It makes sense now. It makes sense now because when they said, "Oh, he's only a manager at the cell phone place," I didn't know they had that kind of clout.
Yep.
Yeah, they lawyers, and I'm pretty sure
I don't think that his family really wants to come to the States like that. Maybe the little sister, but the mother has a banging career out there. Like, she's not leaving.
And she got a nice house too.
And they don't need Chantel's family to get a visa to come over here. They already have, you know, tourist visas. They don't need them. Like, if you have money in Dominican Republic and you can prove that you're not going to overstay your visa here, like if you have a career, if you have a business, if you own property, they'll give you a visa. All my family has visas to come here. They come here whenever they want. Oh, I want to go shopping, mate. Can I stay at your house? I'm going to go shopping in New York for the weekend. I'll be there. Like, Chantel's family, really, honestly, they don't understand the culture enough. Like, they really just don't get it. And it's kind of annoying. Royal.
That's right.
Like, that's what killed me. I was like, you had a problem with Pedro, who legitimately dated your daughter for 4 years. Who legitimately, like, got to know your daughter, who brought her around the family. He made an effort to meet you guys and everything else. This one shows up with some girl from God knows where. You're like, oh, there must be something.
We love her to death. Yeah, that's
there must be something wrong with him. That they're like, oh my God, thank God somebody finally took him.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
And he is a little mentally slow.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, he definitely has a tracker on that girl's phone too. And honestly, like, watching that, the way she reacted to him in the car, like on the way home, I was like, oh my God, this girl has Stockholm syndrome. Like, she's like, please, it's okay. I love you because you love me. And this is why you do these things to me, because you really care about me, right? Because you love me.
Wow.
I think that's going to stop, though. I think that's going to stop real soon.
So, if anything, I think she's going to talk to Winter about it. And not Chantel, because she definitely definitely doesn't like Chantel. The brother doesn't like Chantel. What I have to say also is, hi, can Winter start modeling? Because that girl is gorgeous. That face is beautiful. Oh my goodness, all those freckles and that hair and everything. I can still see you on like a Rihanna ad or something, like for like Savage. Like,
you know what the problem will be with that, Leslie? I mean, because I think her self-esteem is so low. That I mean, she would.
I think if she were approached about it, she would do it. She is that beautiful that I think that she could actually. I know, like, I'm friends with a lot of girls who are plus size models, and they're super successful in their careers, like super successful. I mean, like,
you need to get with Lizzo.
Girl, this girl has been one of my good friends. She's been on the cover of like all kinds of magazines. She's like one of the faces of Olay. There's money in it, and like, she really needs to step it up and recognize how good she is. Winter, if you're listening, go get some headshots. You're beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, really, I think Winter, more than just looks and everything like that, I think Winter just need to go and live her life. Don't sit there and wait for your parents' approval. She really want to be with y'all. She want to be with y'all.
her family needs to realize that she is treated different. You know what I'm saying? And so
it's not her family, it's her mother.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's her mother. Her mother's the root of all evil. She's appropriately named Karen for a reason.
She's a B for sure.
Yeah, she's not cool. Somebody's at my front door.
and so two-faced. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest thing. And she was the main one. Pedro, he's using her for a green card. This girl just pop up right off the stripper pole. Oh, we love her to death. Roll out the red carpet.
We started having drinks. She was like, and then she was all, listen, one more drink and she would have been like grinding on a pole somewhere. That girl, this is not her first rodeo.
Right.
You know something though, now I say that, but she don't look like the type that would do it. But I mean, just on the outside because we ain't got enough information, okay?
Well, so, I was getting ready to say, looks ain't got nothing to do with it.
I know, no.
I'm like, it's those quiet ones. You better watch out for those quiet.
Yeah, no. I'm saying, I'm just throwing it out there because I don't want people to jump on me for just speculating. But I'm only gonna say this: if she ain't that way, how he treat her, he gonna force her to be that way.
That's what I'm getting to.
One more time, I'll pee all over your bed.
Exactly. Yeah. Because she could be here for the right reasons. He don't appreciate it, and he force her. Because after a while, how many times can you be looked at as being cheated, untrustworthy, before you become a cheater and untrustworthy?
Right.
Because if you're gonna get blamed for it, you might as well get the
or just get tired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And honestly, I really do think that Pedro actually does love Chantel because there's no way that he would have been putting up with that family for that long. There's no way that he would have been working in a warehouse, knowing who his family. Because I researched it after I was like, who is this guy? Like, what does he do? Whatever.
Right.
And then I was like, wait, this is who his family is. Like, he has no reason to be working in the warehouse in the city.
No, that's true. That's true. Let me pull up and see what this wild one got to say. Now, this is gonna be something here, though. What's up, Chelsea?
Hi, Chelsea.
Oof, girl. I'm at work, so ignore me. But I agree. Winter is very beautiful. I don't know why Rihanna hasn't called her up and said, "Come and model for for Fenty Beauty or Savage Fenty, whatever Fenty thing." To be honest, the family are hypocrites. They really are, because it makes no sense how Pedro, who actually met Chantel, spent time with Chantel, actually dated Chantel, then proposed to Chantel, to get all this crap of your family set my daughter up, your family did this, yada, 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 yada. And then your son, who you haven't seen in like 5 years, pulls up with a new wife and you're like, oh my gosh, like, how are you? Like, I'm ready to go to the Philippines. What? A complete mind blown. I don't understand it. It makes no type of sense. Oof. As far as the brother, wherever he came from, he needs to go back. I don't care for him. He screams control freak, OCD of beyond control. You pulled up to the club. Your wife was having a good time. When she met the family, she looked so scared to speak. She was just like,
right. I mean, can you imagine how he treated her at home?
They took her to the club and she was all having a good time. As soon as he came back, she boom, put on a
snap back.
Yes, she looked like she probably says yes, sir, or yes, massa in the house. I'm scared for her. If I was,
she went from mini skirt back to the prison suit, like that.
I'm trying to figure out if that green card for Anjanette is really worth being with such a controlling man, because no. She
not at all.
Maybe if she would have worked faster, she probably could have gotten Colty instead of Royal. But who knows? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, as far as Pedro's sister with this guy Alejandro, I don't know. Something's not adding up about this dude. I can tell. It's something in my chest. My spirit is telling me that that man is not right. Because Nicole, like Leslie said, Nicole is like on the track to be this woman in the Dominican Republic. And now she's, they don't for this guy, the cell phone store manager, for real.
And not even like that in Nicole's age. One of them just graduated and she's a dentist, like full-fledged. And I mean, she's like maybe, what is she, like 27? And the other one literally is like 2 semesters away from having her PhD, and she's 25. Like, these girls don't play. Like, yeah, you know what? You can't much money there as you can here, but the cost of living there is so much cheaper. Like, everybody has a maid. The maid has a maid. Like, you don't want to come here and work in a damn warehouse unless you actually love somebody.
And that's what makes me think that Pedro's family was so against her, or Pedro's family was so against him being with Chantel, because it's like Chantel's been in nursing school for how long now? I'm not downing Chantel for getting her nursing degree, but if you're coming from Pedro's family, it's like, come on, this girl can't even get a simple like.
You should have been had
a medical degree.
Sorry, Heather.
Yeah, Pedro being like, Chantel isn't setting Pedro up for success. Chantel is like not doing her thing, where maybe, I don't know, Karima, the girl who danced on Pedro, she probably is a doctor or something. And they're like, look at her, she has her.
Yeah, I don't think that.
You know, I don't know what she does, but maybe the family's like, look at what Karima's doing, and Chantel really finished the degree.
The way she was dancing, like she was fresh off the pole, though. I'm just saying. It was like ironic. You know what I'm saying?
We like to dance.
Maybe that's a side job. Maybe she got a strip to pay off her student loans. I don't know. I mean, I don't blame her. Student loans are expensive, you know?
Not in Dominican Republic. You go to school for free, bro. Unless you go to private university.
I mean, I don't know what Karima be doing, but
you could go to medical school for free in Dominican Republic. You just owe the state like 5 years of your career once you graduate.
Wow. In the Dominican Republic, is it medical school in the DR for free?
If you're Dominican, you owe the state a number of service.
You know, we gotta pay that over here.
Yeah, sure. America's we're not gonna get into.
We make all the money off the Americans that can't get into medical school here, that go out there for medical school and then come back.
Ain't that something?
Wow.
All right, ladies, let me drop y'all for a few minutes. I'm gonna bring up another caller. And
all right. I love your shirt, Drea.
Oh yeah, look, I said since everybody want to be in the family business, you know, I'm usually Team Perry, but now I'm Team Perry and Sherelle.
That's right, sister. Talk to her. Hey, thanks, lady. Okay.
All right, y'all.
Okay, let me see. Chelsea. Oops. Hey, what's up? Talk to us.
Hey.
Hey, what's happening?
You dropped Drea. I wanted to say hello to Drea.
I dropped Drea? Damn.
You did. You didn't drop me. I was waiting for me to get dropped.
Hey, maybe she'll come back in a minute. Let's see. My bad.
But I don't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to say, normally I'm on track with what Leslie says, but this evening, I think that the issue Pedro's family has with Chantel is the fact that she is a African-American woman, because despite their African heritage and the fact that they are just as dark, if not darker, than Chantel and her family, Dominicans, at least the ones from my experience, you know, put themselves on a pedestal and have a tendency to think that they are better than Black Americans. And I have a sister who
you know what? I don't mean to cut you off, but I heard they don't even think that they're Black.
Some of them don't. Now, some of them will very much refer to themselves as Afro-Latino or Afro-Latina, and they are very much into their African heritage and African culture, and the things that they do there with the Santeria and everything else, that comes from Africa, sweetie. There is no denying it. But I don't want to, you know, get too far into that. I do agree, though. I think Pedro does have genuine love with Chantel, not just for the things that he has put up with the family, but it's just something between them that you just see that the love there is genuine. And he does have a right to be upset with the way the family treated him versus the way they just seem to just openly accept this Anjanette, who, I'm sorry, but I do not believe that she is 23 looking all of 43.
Oh Lord, not that.
You
I mean,
know she
she does not look 22. She definitely doesn't.
No,
look
she doesn't.
22,
But
Yeah,
but I digress.
she looked like she in her late 30s.
But
okay, Chelsea, let me drop it, but thanks for calling,
right.
Chelsea. Okay.
But Pedro does have a right to be upset because I think the issue that Karen and Thomas have is just the fact that Pedro and Chantel weren't honest about their relationship in the beginning, and they were under the impression that Pedro was there on like a student visa when actually he was there on the 90-day visa, and they just can't get past that. But he and Chantel dated one another, like she said before, for like a full 4 years. She traveled back and forth to the Dominican Republic like 6 or 7 times before he came over here, versus Royal, who went to the Philippines like once or twice for his mail order bride and was ready to pop the question. So yeah, it's sketchy, but it's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how the rest of the sin plays out. I'm definitely gonna be tuned in.
She wanted to know if Karen knew that in the Philippines they eat chicken feet too. Remember, she acted the fool. She acted the fool over there. That's crazy.
Just if Lydia is supposed to be this great attorney in the Dominican Republic, why is the fact that Pedro is sending money back such an issue? Like, if your career is popping like that, and I just have so much to say. and then Nicole with her Honey Smacks Diggum looking self, that comment that she made about Chantel's hair disintegrating if it were to get wet. Like, if we poured water on you, your stuff is gonna curl back up too. Like, can we please stop? Just
right.
Stop.
Hold on, who said that? Who said that?
No, Pedro's sister Nicole made the joke that
she poured water on her hair.
Yeah, she threw the drink at Karima, and that only thing it did was got Karima's hair wet. But if you were to get Chantel's hair wet, her hair would probably disintegrate. And it's like this low key jab at the fact that, again, Chantel is, a Black or African American woman. And I think I think that is the root of the
battle between the
issues. Between Lydia, Nicole versus Chantel and their family. Because, they're living in what, a 3-bedroom apartment or a 3-bedroom condo, versus Karen and Thomas, who have a house and land. So how ghetto are they really?
Well, yeah. Apparently, I don't know how ghetto it is, but I just know that Karen and Thomas get on my damn nerve. Thomas calmed down since the show. Has anybody noticed that?
Yeah. He was the one who was eating the chicken, wasn't he?
Karen was always a B, still is. But
I think Karen just kind of hooks Thomas by the nostrils and just kind of leads him along. Because I really don't get that vibe from Thomas, but Karen, it's like every time I get to the point where I want to like her, she's just so extra.
You know what? I ain't found a moment that I even tried to like her. Really, I haven't. I'll look at her and I just get mad.
Well, damn.
Bring up Tanya and see what Tanya gonna say to you. What's up, Tanya?
What's up with you guys tonight?
Hey,
nothing. We just chilling.
All right. I agree with what everybody's saying. I can't stand Karen either. But how many families have 2 marriages from out of the country?
Yeah.
See, now
It's fishy.
that's why I say a lot
I
of
said
stuff.
that's a plot, that second marriage, to make this interesting.
Then we better have a third one because somebody gonna get married in New York. It's just gonna be a big family reunion. You know,
Yep.
it's like it's gonna be crazy. Part of me think like the stuff happened. Don't get me wrong, but under the same roof.
Right. Right. And
Within
then
a
there's
year
going to be
time
all
frame.
this crazy stuff going on in the Philippines that they can film.
Because I can see Royal right now. Talking about, oh, if Chantel can go and find her man, my lonely ass can go over here and find me a woman too.
Right.
Who next? River?
Right. Because I know this stuff happens, but like you said, 2 in one family, that's nuts. And especially he brought her over and had 3 months to marry her and married her, what, in the first day or week?
In the first week.
First week. He ain't want time to elapse.
Right, that's nuts. That's just nuts.
That's how it's gonna go for the first episode. They got to bring somebody else in that's gonna do a second spinoff on something. So that's what it is like. And you're right. It is really funny and odd that the fact that he's marrying another woman in another country, just like Chantel and Pedro started out and now they're fiance. It really is real odd that the fact that that's going on. It seemed like it was almost planned to do that. Like, I don't get people with these purposely proposals and marriages just to get on TV. You know, like if you love somebody, you love somebody. But we obviously see that man don't really love that woman. He just want to control that woman.
Yeah. That's crazy how he treats her.
And I think that I find that a lot of men who marry women from different cultures, particularly women that come from Asian countries, they do so because they just have this thing in their mind that Asian women are very docile and that they're going to be very submissive. Exactly.
I mean, now trust me, I don't have this in my friends. I have a lot of friends. Okay. Now I don't have them. I'm gonna go here and do this because they're really faithful, and when you come in and when you come and visit me, my wife's gonna bow down to you as you walk through the door. I'm thinking, damn, that's a bit much. I don't need all that. Where's the damn chicken at? You know, I don't need none of that. Let's get down to the eating. But you are so right. Like, that's the whole problem. Now, we can say men, women, anytime, and this is my first instinct. Now, it's not always true. Some people just find people and build up a relationship. But these people who go jackknife from one email to flying over is only there for one reason. Try to capitalize on, hey, I wish I had a girl like this. Let me get her. Let me buy her. Basically, that they going to purchase something.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right.
See what I'm saying? It's like you give somebody a credit card with no limit.
That ain't nothing about love there.
Ain't nothing about it. Just love.
No, there ain't nothing about love there.
But I don't see the storyline really being with Royal and Jeanette, because watching Royal is like watching paint dry.
Yep.
I really think that the storyline is going to be with Nicole making her way here to the United States, because I don't know if any of you remember, but remember when they were doing the 90-day, like the COVID, the little COVID spinoff, where everybody was filming stuff themselves on, like their cell phones and things like that. Nicole was in New York when they did that a few months back, when COVID first started. She was here in New York. So I think the storyline is going to be with Nicole coming over here to New York, and it's really going to be about the tension between Nicole and Chantel. I think that is
I
where
think that's going to be a lot of it, but I still think them going over to the Philippines and finding out about her and getting her past and stuff. They're going to look for her past just like they did his.
Of course,
drama that way too.
I think Chantel and Pedro's sister, they don't like each other.
Right.
Oh, and the more drama, the better. People just somehow love drama. Me personally, I don't care. If somebody fighting across the street, I ain't finna pull my phone out, record it. I'm gonna turn my head and keep doing what I'm doing. That's none of my business. It's none of my concern. I ain't calling no police, none of that. but people love drama. So you
And
think
they're loving all the drama and
when
pulling as much in there as they can.
they meet backstage TLC. Backstage access pass Chantel and Pedro's sister. That's more drama. They gonna run them ratings up. Yeah, and they don't like each other.
But Gio, check this out. Now, maybe we underestimating the one person in the house. We saying it's between Nicole and Chantel. What if we just overlooking this one particular person on this one trip because he admired what his big brother do?
River.
River.
One trip to the Philippines.
Oh yeah, River might find someone.
He could fall in love.
And you would know if he cut that damn hair, he about ready to get married.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm telling you.
If you do cut that hair, he ready.
You'd see him if he cut his hair.
Yeah. So check it out. We probably got they took off on me. I lost them. We got 5 more. Jump this link again.
Can I just say, I am so team Ja and Winter. I really want them to get back together. Like, she needs to just ignore what her family says. I don't think that he was malicious in not telling her about
you know what
the older son.
I feel like this family think they royalty, okay? Oh, how dare he have a kid before he met you? Now, he should have probably told her, you know what I'm saying? But things happen. But it's not like he did it while he was laying up with their daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like
she
Karen
seemed happy with him.
How many guys did she date when she was dating Thomas? We don't know. Just saying. I don't know.
She did seem happy with him.
She really did.
And she enjoyed being a mom.
She did. She was a big part of his daughter's life. And I just really think that they should. I think they made a really beautiful couple.
But they took care of that.
No, they was probably like the most grounded ones on there. You know, because
you're right.
Fighting Pedro and everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got a firecracker here.
Oh boy!
It's our last 5 minutes, 3 minutes, and she got ready to
I
love Chantel's mother. I love her. I love her attitude. I love that she is.
Oh my God.
I love that she be on Petro's mother because Petro's mother and Chantel's mother is the same person, just living different places. I love them too. They should have them two on Pillow Talk. And
oh no!
Sitting next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
With a big plate of chicken feet.
Yeah, so we got like maybe 3 more minutes. Avalon, go ahead and finish saying what's all on your mind.
Here's the thing. I love Chantel's family. I'm sorry. I really do. I think that with Petro and Chantel, it's a bit of a culture. And it's also that Petro is not, I hate to say this, but he's not who Chantel sees the leader in her family. She sees it as her mother. So it's like that breakaway between, you leading your new family and your old family.
Okay.
So you like Royal too?
Yeah.
Okay, Avalavi, let me tell you something. I know we better get off the air in a minute.
Surprised. When I listen to you, I'm surprised.
Let me just tell you this. River is available.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Now, hey, Gio, could you imagine?
Wait a minute,
Avalavi in that household?
Yeah, I kind of could.
You're gonna tell me
you like Karen.
You like that.
I wouldn't say I like it, but I would say I realize there's a certain part of acting towards this family, and so I take it loose, and it's going to sound hypocritical, but I like them, and I don't like it in Angela. I hate to say it, because their attitude is similar, but I like it in Chantel's family, and I don't like it in others.
I'm just going to say it out here. I don't like either one of their families. I said it out.
Hey, Tammy, let me drop you. I'm bringing this one last caller before we close, okay? Tanya?
Okay.
Hey, thank you, dear. Thanks for calling.
Bye, Tanya.
Bye.
It's just one last call. Maybe not.
Wait, Royal is the new brother, right? And
Yes.
River's the old one.
Is that D Brooke?
Huh?
No, that's Jasmine.
Is that D Brooke?
No, that's
hanging out with. Is that Jasmine hanging out with D Brooke?
Huh?
Oh, you mean because it's black?
Okay.
Oh, she in the dark.
No, I like River. I don't like Royal. No. Royal.
Okay, that's what I was. Okay,
No,
okay,
sorry.
okay.
No, he just is so goofy and ridiculous.
Hey, lovely.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I didn't mean that this is the only reason why. I do get that Dominican culture, we're slowly breaking away from that. I think in the newer generations, it's less to do with race. And I don't even think it's very much race. I mean, I'll speak about my family because that's all I know. There's never been a couple, and I could show you like all the pictures that I have literally from like generations back on my wall. My great-grandmother and my great-grandfather, she was my color, he was black. He was half Haitian. My father is black, my mother is white. My grandmother is black, my grandfather was white. There's not anything about racism. I think it's a very classist society. And I think that it's about what you do and how you carry yourself. And
it's definitely about race because race and class coalesce. Because you wouldn't say better the race if it wasn't to do with race. When
but that is something, like I said, our generations now are seeing this. Like the first natural hair salons have opened up in Dominican Republic. It's not an overnight thing. It's not going to be an overnight thing. But I think that the culture is making a really big effort to better the race in regards to accepting who we are and where we come from. It's a multicultural island, we have everything. I don't think that there's one nationality under the sun that my first cousins are not a part of. Like we have everything. We're like the damn United Nations.
But
okay,
if
but
it's about
most
class,
of the
if it's about
but
class,
most of the Dominicans come here, they specialize in natural hair, right? Because when I was up in DC for like 20 years.
No, they do, but they straighten it. They like what I'm saying is that like most people now will wear their hair like I do, where I don't do anything to my hair and
just
like,
do it, but yeah, they straighten
leave it alone. Yeah. Where like when I was a kid, everybody was like my grandmother, when I went to Dominican Republic when I was 5, my beautiful, wonderful grandmother couldn't deal with my hair, and she took me to a hair salon and had my hair relaxed at 5 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So the fact that my cousins are now wearing their hair curly or they're wearing afros, like that's a huge step in the right direction. As far as I think, sorry, there's like a flyer in here. So like, I get what you're saying. And yeah, you know what? I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking from my little piece of, my little lovely piece of island. If I were to date somebody who disrespected my mother and sibling the way Chantel's family and she has disrespected Pedro's family, my family would be up in arms. Like they would lose it. They would be like, who is this person? Get them out of my face. Get them out of my space. You don't deserve to be with this person. Come back home. Get away from them.
All right. Hey, check this out, everybody. We were ready to end this thing, but I know what you're saying about relaxing hair. I relaxed mine one too many times. Okay. Hey, but I just want to thank all the super chats. Really appreciate it. I want to thank all the callers calling in. I really, truly appreciate it. And it seemed like the show wasn't bad. So, because I wasn't sure whether to do it if people followed it, but we'll be back next week.
So,
sounds good.
The next time you fill in, you'll get to go ahead and say your piece.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down.
Sorry, Ablavi.
Write it down, yeah.
Oh, trust me, Ablavi gonna say her piece. I mean,
but I'm just saying, if you guys think we should talk about it, then hey.
Yeah, it's a bigger topic that needs to be.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
Oh my God, I'm scared. She said
it's really because the Muslim culture is. They're just now starting to recognize that somewhere between Jamestown and Jamaica, there were Black people dropped off there. And it's, I think that my generation and younger generations are finally taking like a more active role in recognizing our African.
But I don't understand, how can they not know that when you're on one island, Hispaniola, and Haiti and the Dominican Republic are separated by mountains?
Because we had a dictator for 30 some odd years that tried to whiten the race. And he erased every trace of blackness from our history. That's how.
All right. Well, we're going to end it there, everybody. And then we'll meet up again next week. Everybody good?
Yeah, everybody's good.
On 3, everybody.
So we'll continue this topic, okay, guys?
Right. Yes.
Block party tomorrow. Block party tomorrow, everybody.
Yes.
We're going to start it. The pre-block party. The pre-block party is going to start at 6 until about 6:50. And then, because I got to go out and smoke, then Sherelle start the block party at 7.
I made Sherelle.
And then right after that, Gio going to start the post party.
After party.
The after party.
The after party at about 8:10, because then again, I'm gonna come back. I got to go outside and smoke.
Yeah. All right. Weekend though, I might not be on because I'm going, back on another vacation. So
I know that's
I don't know what it is about me and vacations, but I'm starting to like to take vacations.
Hey, it feels great. That's what you like about it. But
you deserve it, Gio.
Thanks, everybody. On 3. Let's say bye. 1, 2, 3. Bye, everybody.
Peace.